Star at West Jefferson High School, went on to star at Tulane. He's part of a Liberty Bowl winning team in 1970. He's been serving as the color analyst for Tulane football radio broadcasts for most of the past 3 decades, and is a member of the Tulane Athletic Hall of Fame. He's a long-time, highly successful State Farm agent. I should know, one of his clients, and does a great job. Tulane plays at Houston this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Please give a warm quarterback welcome to Steve Barrios. Steve?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be here today. And the first thing I'm reminded of when I look at this crowd is our last game in the Superdome. Okay, it's about how many people we had.
Black Honda. They're blocking.
Anybody with a black Honda blocking the dock outside? You have a black Honda? You want to move it real quick?
You figure it would be an ex-referee. Tulane, of course, we had a defeat Friday night, Halloween night. Halloween has usually been good at Tulane over the last numerous years. Our record on Halloween night has been 8-1-1, but it didn't happen against Cincinnati. They came in. I think there were 2 pretty crucial turning points in the game. Is number one, on their first play of the game, we make an interception off of Gunnar Keel and drive down to the 2-yard line, 4th and 2. We decide to go for it, and Cincinnati blew up the play. So, and then on their next possession, our top defensive player and leader and captain, Tyler Gilbert, was ejected for a spearing penalty, which after much further review by all of us, we felt there was no spearing involved. He didn't leave his feet. In fact, the quarterback actually dropped his head. So when that happened, it kind of put our defense into a little tizzy, and it took them quite a while to adjust. But Tulane is 2-6 on the year, and overall 1-3 in the American Conference. But you have to realize that this is really a young team. We're playing starting 8 underclassmen on offense, also 8 underclassmen on defense, and so it's going to take a while. Tanner Lee, of course, phenomenal quarterback. It was great to have him back last week. He went 24 of 35 for 205 yards and a touchdown. And with that touchdown, he actually tied the record for most touchdowns thrown by a freshman quarterback that had been held by, or is held by, Ryan Griffin. So his next touchdown throw is going to break that record. Tulane has really enjoyed, and it's been a great atmosphere to move back onto campus into Yeoman Stadium. The players have been extremely excited about it, and of course the students and the fans were all excited about being back on campus. And now it's just a matter of Coach Johnson and his staff getting the personnel to catch up with that excitement. An interesting stat is that 20 of the current players on the roster are from New Orleans. 16 players on the roster are from the surrounding parishes in the metro Greater New Orleans area. 61 of 85 scholarship players are from Louisiana, and all of the commitments that Tulane has secured are all Louisiana players. So Coach Johnson is very strongly believes in going after the local talent, and of course, Louisiana has enough talent to go around for everybody. So it's been kind of disappointing. The special teams situation has really been, I think, one of the most disappointing situations that we've had. But it was very hard to recruit a kicker when Cairo Santos, of course, had been at Tulane for 4 years, won the Lou Groza Award, in his junior year. So it was very hard to attract a top quality kicker. We've had problems on special teams. Our long snapper has been hurt. We had to fill in with another guy named Matt Morfisi, who's basically a tight end. So problems like that, and untimely penalties and turnovers that have really hurt Tulane. But speaking of turnovers, Tulane has actually forced, under Coach Johnson, we've actually forced at least one turnover in 32 of the 33 games since Coach Johnson has taken over at the helm. So that's something that they have to emphasize very much, and it's something that we have to now, when you get those turnovers, it's basically you got to convert them into points. So just to give you a little bit about myself, this is actually my 32nd year doing Tulane radio. I'm on my 6th AD. I'm on my 10th head coach and my 7th play-by-play guy, which of course is Todd Graffinini. So during the games, I spent half the time keeping Todd from jumping out of the booth, okay, when things don't go quite the way they go. But I do feel that Tulane is on the right track. I think the recruiting efforts are going to pay off. He needs to stay the course. Cannon Lee is probably one of the most talented quarterbacks I've seen at Tulane, following in the footsteps of like a Griffin and Lossman, Ramsey, King. He's going to be that kind of guy, and I think before he leaves, if he can stay healthy, he'll probably, rewrite the record book as far as, quarterbacks and passing for Tulane. And also our young running backs have been phenomenal. We've had 3 individual running backs that have gone over 100 yards in 3 different games. Sean Beatty, Hilliard, and also LeCedric Thompson. So I believe the future looks bright. It's been a disappointment this year, after doing what we did last year and going to the New Orleans Bowl. But it's just a young team, and they're making mistakes. But I do really believe the future looks bright under Coach Johnson, and I'm very excited about being back on Yeoman's, at home on campus in Yeoman Stadium, and I think it's generated so much excitement, not only for the student body, but I can't tell you how excited the players have been, having an on-campus stadium. So with that, I'll open myself up to any questions.
Questions?
Any answers? Okay. Thank you very much.